So then it was my turn, and I got the baby's head. And I didn't know what to do until later on I got a phone call, and it was a phone call from an old, well, not that old.
Where were you?
Believe it or not, we were sitting in the gardens at Topsham Museum. There's some very funny looks from the old ladies going to us. Anyway, I got the phone call from a friend of mine that I knew when I was living in the Middle East. I spent many years in the Emirates and Saudi Arabia. And this was a Syrian guy that I became good friends with. And he was, when I left there 3 years ago, he was really in a bad state because his family were trapped in Syria. They'd gone back for a holiday and they got trapped as sort of first of all government forces, and then various other groups surrounded their village. And they were stuck there for ages, and he was terrified what was going to happen to them. Anyway, he phoned me to just say he'd got them out, that he'd managed to smuggle some money in and they'd used it to bribe their way out past the guards. And they were safe in Lebanon. But I only found out most of that story later because I stopped listening after the first sort of thing he said, because he said, they're out. And I said, well, how did you do it? And he said, well, I made the arrangements through a government agent. And that was the first line of the song, so I stopped listening after that. So it's actually nothing to do with what happened to him. But I'm very proud of it because it's a song about the Syrian civil war with a happy ending. You try it. So, the baby's head. Through a government agent, and we told the kids that they could only take one of their toys, and we left after midnight, leaving the whole night on. Covered the baby's head so it wouldn't make too much noise. And we rolled through the town, pushing the children's heads down and flinching at every sound of gunshot and grenade. Somehow we got to the border and the guard winked and said, "It's all in order here," and my wife covered the baby's head with her hand as they lifted the barricade. Now you try explaining to a 7-year-old girl that she's just witnessed the end of her world, or convince a 5-year-old boy that his mother's tears are not his fault. explaining to a 7-year-old girl that she's just witnessed the end of her world, or convince a 5-year-old boy that his mother's tears are not his fault. We drove through the mountains and the forests surrounding the old family farm, where they waited with their lips caught in their teeth. And at the sound of our engine, the old women came running out. They covered the baby's head with kisses and tears of relief. Thank you. That was cheerful, wasn't it?